Hey guys, it's Zero bringing you another video. Now, welcome back to Challenge or Spectate. So again, continuing our trend of kind of highlighting champions that I'm a bit scared of. And, you know, worth noting, I think I've said a couple of times, this isn't just like, oh, these champions are overpowered right now and their stats are just a little bit broken. That's not what we're doing. We're just like the actual pick. So like if the champion is played, no matter like technically how you think they are in the meta, if that's on the enemy team, I just be a bit like, oh, snap. You know, that's been picked in. I'm a bit scared. And Rengar is one of them. So you'll notice, I think jungle has been the most common so far of this series. And that shouldn't be a surprise. Jungle, to me, 100%, and it has been the case for, well, pretty much since solo queue, is the most scary role to me in the game. Because it's the role that can affect all of the lanes. And if your jungler is doing well, then, well, your lanes are probably doing good because your jungler is doing good. And objective-wise, the jungler gets all the objectives. So why Rengar? So I used to play a lot of Rengar, so I know, obviously, what Rengars can do. But, you know, Rengars just one-shot people when they know what they're doing, and there's very little counterplay. Meanwhile, Rengar finds a Kennen, chunks him completely. This Kennen is in trouble with the bush, and Kennen just dies. If you're wondering, by the way, why didn't Kennen flash? Honestly, probably didn't matter. The Rengar had his flash too, so would have probably just flashed after him. The bush was nearby, so, you know, has the bush jump available. Like, maybe there was a chance of escape, but probably the Kennen was dead. So I don't know why the Kennen went there. Obviously a little bit late to check if the red was indeed stolen, and it was. But yeah, nice start for the Rengar, and you can already see the damage was insanely high. So yeah, starting with obviously an invading playstyle, but you can see if you look at the mini-map in the bottom right, the Sejuani has definitely cleared his own jungle. So both, they're just trading jungles at this stage. Which, you know, it's pretty common. Reminding people this is higher rating. I couldn't find, well, I probably could find a Challenger Rengar, but this player, well, no, this player is currently Challenger, but the average, I think, player, it was Grandmaster in this game, but this specific player is currently Challenger 840 LP. One thing, by the way, I just wanted to make a little announcement is I have been doing 2 videos a day, every day for the last few years, including with everything that's happened in 2020. I am very soon thinking of maybe just having a week, not off, but maybe having a week as a more chill week that I upload 1 video a day instead of 2. Treat it as like a Huzzy mini vacation. You know, it's not a true vacation because I'm not going to have, you know, there's not going to be videos not uploaded. But I just wanted to make that, you know, known. I'm still enjoying League, but I'm having difficulty getting recordings in, and it's just becoming a bit tedious. So to do 2 videos a day every day when I have that feeling is a bit rough. So maybe just having a week not doing 2 videos a day will just help me kind of reset, and I think it could be healthy. You know, I literally haven't had a break here on YouTube and streaming for years, so probably might be a good idea. So hopefully you guys don't moan that. Obviously the person it's going to probably affect the most is me, but yeah, like, I think I need to just chill a little bit if that's, you know, okay. And while he's just doing, you know, generic clearing at the moment, reminding people we have a brand new partnership with Secret Lab. We are also doing a giveaway for one of these chairs. Details on the YouTube video will come very soon. Rengar flashing, questionable, is flashing into 3 people. Sejuani looking to flash, get that auto to get the stun off, but they all know this probably cannot continue. Teleport comes in by Urgot, double E hit by the Rengar, and Urgot with a lovely counter gank will pick up that kill. And you can see the items of Urgot, by the way. Cull into Pickaxe. That is very aggressive. I actually don't know what he's going to be building, if I'm honest. But PTA Urgot, it's the aggressive style of Urgot that if you feel that you can get away with, you know, actually building damage, Urgot does a lot of damage if allowed. So it'll be interesting to see what build he goes. But yeah, Rengar is not known for his crazy early game, by the way. That's why I kind of just made that announcement right now. He's not terrible in the early game. You saw at level 2, he absolutely chunked that Kennen and killed the Kennen, like, pretty quick. But Rengar scales with items insanely well, so just wait for him to have a couple of items. Worth knowing, Rengar is one of the champions that is also going to benefit, and this is why it's also scary in my mind. He's going to benefit a lot from the upcoming item changes for pre-season next season. So if you didn't watch my video on the new items, which is fine, the jungle items are changing again. They are becoming like the support items. So all you'll have to do as a jungler is buy a starting item and then after a certain amount of time, or if completing a quest or something like that, it will upgrade automatically. The reason why this is a buff for Rengar is, like other junglers, there are a few of them, he doesn't buy the jungle item. He doesn't have to buy it. He prefers rushing straight other damage items that are more beneficial. So it actually benefits the champions who now do that, because they weren't buying the item anyway. So they're only going to gain, he's only going to gain strength by having it automatically upgrade. You know, it's not like it's its normal item build. So to me, it's going to be pretty crazy. That, you know, imagine the Rengar item build now that you go Tiamat, then you probably go some of the Lethality items. Well, then throw in the free upgrade of the AD jungle item too. Kind of crazy. Meanwhile, Yone dies in mid lane, goes for a tower dive with his spirit form, I would guess, but dies right at the end, and that'll be that. Scuttle is now respawning. And what you can see so far from this Rengar, you know, he's been a little bit involved. 50% kill participation, not bad at all. But is farming really well. You know, 36 farm. He's in the mix of the farming numbers of the game in general. Jhin actually could be overextended here if he's not careful. Rengar just walking into lane, hits his bowler, has his max ferocity if he wanted to use it, is waiting for the Lucian. Doesn't manage to get there. Has to be careful. This is maybe a mistake by the Rengar. Is probably going to go down. And does. That was a bit questionable for me. He was a bit too close to the tower for my liking, and does just get a free hook basically by the Thresh. Luckily his own blue team bot lane doesn't die. But yeah, that wasn't great by the Rengar. He will respawn any second. Oh, close for the Janna. He will respawn. And that is one thing to say, you know, these champions that we're highlighting in this series, it's not like they're just unbeatable. Like, you can beat them. They have weaknesses. But if you have a good player on them and they know what they're doing, you know, the kind of other key theme of these champions that I've been highlighting is generally, you know, we've highlighted Kindred, Azir, stuff like that. Generally, the people that are picking these champions play these champions. It's not like someone's just randomly pulling out Rengar. You'd probably have to be a Rengar player to have the confidence to pull out Rengar consistently. And that's kind of another point. First ultimate of the game by Rengar. He's going to go for Yone. He's going to ult for him with the damage and just annihilates him. So if that, by the way, if you're a bit curious to, really scared of Rengar? If that doesn't make you scared of the champion, I don't know what will. That was a level 6 Rengar versus a level 7 Yone. Yone was on, what, 2/3 health? And just straight away kills him under tower with a Tiamat and 2 longswords. So it's not like this Rengar's fed. He's doing fine and just annihilates him. That's crazy to me, right? Like, that's what is scary of this champ. And by the way, it only gets worse the later in the game. So he's going to take the dragon, a nice infernal take, actually. You know, using your advantage as a jungler, killing the mid laner that opens pressure up for the dragon. Really nice. Just the, you know, the basic thing to do, really, with objective control as junglers. Returning to farm. You know, with that Tiamat, by the way, is, I'd say, pretty much needed for Rengar if you want a pretty decent clear time. With then also maintaining gank pressure. You know, Rengar's got pretty slow clear time if you're not buying Tiamat. So definitely would consider that. So we actually also get to see... Wow! I did not know Urgot's build that. I was about to say, we're about to see what Urgot's going to buy. He bought a Manamune. Don't think I've ever seen an Urgot buy a Manamune. I guess, you know, technically if you'll get it to scale, it will do a lot of damage. But damn, that's going to be slow to actually stack that, I'd imagine. So double E on the bowler, reminding people it is worth going with the double E, or the max stack E over the max stack Q when you're going for Scuttle Crab, because Scuttle Crab takes double damage once it's CC'd. So that's why you're seeing people CC something over just doing raw damage to the Scuttle, because in the long term you're doing more damage. Rift now being taken, so again, objective control by the Rengar is tip-top right now. You can see the Sejuani is pinging it. She knows this is being done. Using the bush, though, to jump around. And yeah, he will take Rift without any contest here. Ult-wise has got ultimate up again, so you might see Rengar on the hunt. Generally, he'll look probably now for a kill, maybe in top lane, and then use Rift Herald after, or top or mid. Doubt he'll go bot lane, even though Sejuani is now diving. We can have a little look down there. That was Yone doing a bit of damage. They get the Sedge, so this is a bad dive for red team. A little bit questionable why you'd even dive a tower. Janna goes a little bit too deep. Ashe is just going to block, though. Apparently not, never mind, and they will go down. Rengar going to mid lane with the Akali. They're going to do a bit of tower damage, and then he might pop the Rift. He is going to go for a tower dive. Akali's tanking. Flash with the Rengar, and the Ignite will finish him off. Really nice. Now reminding people how the tower works, and why is Rengar not popping Rift early? You know, they get 2 tower plates, then pop the Rift. Reminding people, and this is something that I actually had to learn and go, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's actually better to clear a couple of tower plates, then pop the Rift, not pop the Rift instantly, because towers have more armor the more plates they have. So your Rift Herald would be doing less damage if it's got full plates on the tower. So clear a couple of the plates, then it'll be a squishier tower and the Rift Herald will be more effective. Rengar going for an ult, is going to look for it. The Flay, he waits for the Flay. Akali then finishes with the kill. Teleport by Kennen. Rengar potentially in trouble here. Teleport by Urgot, maybe a little bit too late to help out. And that will be a dead kitty cat. Will Urgot be able to get anything here though? Maybe not in the end. He could look for maybe an ultimate snipe and also a Sejuani. Urgot flashing away. This could be another bad situation for Urgot. Worth knowing this is a potential bad situation for blue team. But it's not like red team is going to be able to gain Akali, by the way. Very balanced champion. God damn it. Yone getting a kill on the Ashe, though. But it's not like, okay, they got a few deaths there. It's not like they can snowball after it, though. Meanwhile, Yone going to go for a flash Q play with Ignite. Not sure if Akali is actually dead. Nope, just survives. One more tick would have killed the Akali, but she's okay. But yeah, there's no dragon. There's no Rift Herald. They can't really get anything crazy from that. So not the worst situation for blue team. And it was relatively even anyway. So Rengar looking for potentially an invade. That obviously a bit of a crazy situation happened. Oh, he's looking for the crab. He does not want to give any crabs away. Doesn't go for it in the end. Surprised actually that he didn't go just for a flash steal or anything like that. Oh, not flash steal, or like smite steal. But there's that. The tower eventually goes down. Ashe misses her arrow in bot lane. And Rengar will probably return to go and farm more in the jungle. So item build. Drakthar first. Maximum damage output. You know, doesn't probably need that Yumu's just yet if he's going to go for the pure lethality build. Because you've got your ultimate for your movement speed. That's giving you the engage tool, not the Yumu's. And he just wants the ultimate burst from Drakthar straight away to get that one shot. Because that's obviously what Rengar's looking for. He is the one-shot crazy champion of League, or one of them at least. There are a few one-shot champions of League, but I don't know. Rengar to me possibly is the scariest one. Maybe? I think so. Don't know what that noise was. I think Urgot may have been doing a noise in top lane. He does go down because the noise stopped when Urgot died. They get a nice kill on him in top lane. And by the way, the Sejuani isn't even having a bad game. Rengar hasn't popped off like crazy yet. Obviously, there is a fed Akali this game. Rengar ulting, though, for the Kennen. Kennen being over half health, so let's see the damage output by Rengar. Jumps on him. Oh, my God. Nearly one-shots him, using his double ferocity to break the CC. Because if you use a top double ferocity, nice by Janna, good slow. If you use your W when you have full ferocity on Rengar, it gets rid of any CC that may be on you. So that's really good. Well, apart from maybe suppressions, I'm not sure. But yeah, really nice kill. Kennen may be overstaying, but still, you saw the damage that Rengar is outputting now. It's insanely high. And Rengar actually committing to top lane. Bit surprising, because I was literally about to say, Dragon's going to be taken. But maybe Rengar is like, I'm the wrong side of the map. I may as well commit to getting some tower plates because I'm not going to get down to Dragon anyway, which is true. Yone is in bot lane against the Urgot. You can see on the minimap with also Sejuani. Not sure if anything good's going to come of this. Nice. Well, actually, was very close to being a good Ashe arrow. Would have hit the Yone, but he just dies to tier 2 tower. Again, generally don't think you should be diving a tier 2 tower. And that is actually, I think, the second death that this Yone has had under towers. Maybe this guy, even though this is a challenging game, maybe he's not familiar that the spirit form of Yone is your health bar. A lot of people might think it's like Echo, well, not Echo Ultimate, but it's like maybe once you die your spirit form, it snaps you back to your body. No, that is your health bar. And you know, it does take maybe a game or two for people to realize that. Because it happened to me when I was testing the champion. I was like, oh, I'm going to tower dive and, you know, go under the tower. And I just died under tower. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, that's your health bar when you're in spirit form. Alright, Rengar taking another scuttle. A lot of scuttles being taken, by the way. I think Rengar has basically had all of them but one, maybe two. Which is a lot of XP you can't ignore. Because Rengar right now is one level above the Sejuani in XP. Gold-wise, imagine probably got quite a lot of gold. Yeah, 2,000 gold on the Rengar right now. Shouldn't probably be holding on to that much gold in this stage of the game. 15 minutes into the game, 2,000 gold is a lot. You know, that's a near completed item. You know, that's a lot to just hold. That's a lot of strength. So I wouldn't expect Rengar to look for a play right now, even though he might have to. You know, there's a play happening near mid lane. Because, yeah, it has over 2,300 gold in his pocket that he could be using on item strength instead. So he's just going to continue farming, probably just farm one more camp, maybe do a bit of farming in bot lane, and then he'll go back and buy to get that big item upgrade. I think 2,400 might be what he's looking for here for probably Yumu's or... well, actually, he's pushing even more. So he's actually going for a tower. Now, this is a bit surprising to me because what has just spawned... Rift Herald. So Rift Herald has spawned. Objective, that is very important. You know, well, kind of important. I would say my value on Rift Herald has gone up. When they did the redesign, I was a bit like, eh. It's strong if you're using it in the correct way. I wouldn't think it's incredibly worth for a top laner to put time into going for it, and that's maybe where my mind was, because I was maining top lane, obviously. But for junglers, yeah, not bad. Yone, 1v1 with Rengar, gets into half health, and Rengar probably just going to use the ultimate just to escape, but he is thinking about it. You can see he's thinking about going for this kill. He's popped Q, and that will be it. So he's just going to return to farm a little bit more. With the Urgot now being around, has a bit more safety to the champ, and he will probably now go back to finally buy what is most likely a full item, I'd imagine. Let's see. What's he get him? He has got a... yeah. He's straight up another lethality item. Has gone for the Edge of Night. I had to remember the name of it then. Edge of Night, straight up lethality item. And then also you've got that spell shield. It's very, very important for a lot of assassins that go lethality. Urgot might be overextending a little bit. He's going for the all-in on Yone and it absolutely annihilates him. Wow. That's a lot of damage from Urgot. You can't sleep on that champion. Jhin in the area and Sejuani in the area. So this will be a dead crab probably. And he is going to go down, but he does a little bit more damage before he does so. But yeah, so let's see the next damage output by Rengar with his next ultimate. It probably won't be too far away. Farming-wise, by the way, look at the farm of Rengar. 140 plus farm. Sejuani, you wouldn't expect the Sedge to be able to keep up with this. But what is good, you know, the Sedge has been involved in 7 kills. The Rengar's been involved in 6. So it's very close in the jungle right now. And if you add up Rengar's gold... from probably minions. Yeah, I imagine he's probably a bit ahead. So he's got 8,400 gold, the number in the bracket. Sedge has got 6,200. That is a big, big gold difference. Over 2,000 gold difference in the jungle alone. And if you look up the top, this is the total gold difference between the two teams. The difference is more than in the jungle than anywhere else, it looks like. Because, yeah, 6,800, 8,600. So that's a 2,000 just under gold lead. So, yeah, in reality, Rengar has just the biggest gold lead in the game. Well, actually, maybe not. Bot lane. 7,700, 5,700. So that's over a 2,000 as well. So this game's a bit weird. You know, it's a bit unbalanced. That the junglers are 2,000 gold difference. Mid laners are roughly 2,000. And also bot laners are roughly 2,000 too. But in different teams. So it's not a complete stomp on one side. It's just different sides of the map are performing at different rates. Top lane as well. Yeah, Urgot's not that far ahead. Engage. Questionable engage by Rengar. Don't think... oh, nice dodge. Nice dodge again. He probably will look for this re-engage, by the way. Threshold comes through. Akali and the TP by both top laners is coming. Rengar waiting for that Kennen. There's a little bit of damage, but nothing crazy. Obviously, Janet, a great counter to Kennen, because you just throw him away to get him off anybody important. And Rengar will pick up that kill, and that will probably be that. Dragon is most likely now in the eyes of the blue team, which they will do probably pretty easily. You'll notice, by the way, Knight's Vow, second item for Sejuani. Some people may question that. It's not terrible. So Sejuani is an armor machine. She wants to build a lot of armor, especially against something like a Rengar. And yeah, Sejuani, you're a protecting champion. You're not a carry champion. So you're building armor, you're building health, building cooldown reduction, and you get to share, you know, damage with your AD carry. You're most likely going to link it to. Not bad at all. Yone looking for an engage. Rengar flanking with the flash. Double gets a bit of damage. Yone probably will survive, though. That champion, by the way, is tankier than you think, even though he is a full assassin. Especially with the Phantom Dancer build, because obviously that does give a shield. And Rengar will most likely return to more farm. Oh, there is a ward in there, but Rengar's not going for it. We'll probably jump on over to the Gromp, I believe that's called, and he will finish that off. So build-wise now, if I had to guess, probably Yumu's, like full lethality. That is, I would guess, what he's going to do. Or he might look for an ultimate play in mid lane. Maybe a bit overextended by the enemy team. They will try to escape. Rengar, it has ulted, so here we go. Akali looking for this. Ooh, nice predict by Sedge, but his Edge of Night did block it. Don't think Rengar's going to go for it fully. He's a bit too by himself, and they will back away, and that will be that. Baron is obviously available now. Rengar, he's an okay Baron taker, but I don't think he's a jungler that can really get away with like doing Baron at any time. You probably need to clear at least a couple people off the board before you look for Baron. For that comfort level, you know, his execute on Baron isn't too bad if you time it with a lethality, a ferocity cube. There's a lot of burst, but obviously there are champions that are better than him. Sejuani probably not in terms of Baron taking. She can tank it really well, but not execute it really well. Because as a jungler, by the way, you're looking for an ability that you can time with your smite. Because if you think, say, your smite does 800 damage. That's just 800 damage that you're doing instantly. But if you have a, let's say, a Rengar Q that does 400 damage in its full form, and you have Smite, if you time them at the same time, then in reality, a lot of damage, by the way. Not instant killing him, though, but does kill him in the end. Yone does go down to the Rengar in the 1v1. So if you have got a 400 damage Q on Rengar with a 800 Smite, you press them at the exact same time, well, then your execute on Baron is actually 1200, not 800. Sejuani doesn't have that kind of damage that she can just burst instantly. But obviously champions known like Lee Sin can time his Q. Obviously Nunu can time his Q. Those junglers are scary when it comes to objectives. And yeah, Rengar isn't one of the best for it, but he's not bad, to say the least. So Rengar is maybe overextending a little bit here. Has popped his ultimate just to kind of be like, I'm going, see you later. With the ultimate pop, he might return to go for this Jhin. It's very possible. He does now have Vision of Thresh, so he knows there's two people, not just one. I'm going to back away, not risk it. Because that, by the way, is the strength of Rengar, and it's the scary thing about this champion, is, in theory, to beat a Rengar, all you've really got to do is group as 5. His strength level really diminishes if you go as 5 people and protect the squishy targets, because he is looking to jump on them. You know, Rengar has no survivability really in terms of like, he is squishy. So if he jumps in and you all focus him, he's dead. So in reality, if you group as 5, protect the Jhin, protect your Yone a little bit, you'll probably be okay. But it's weird that Rengar seems to be a champion that it just doesn't, it's not sometimes effective to do that, or like he can find ways around it. Like if your AD carry is literally a couple steps out of position, they're just dead. Meanwhile, Rengar gets the kill on the Akali. Yone looking for an ultimate, and he will just survive. But advantage to the blue team, and Baron is now being pinged. So worth knowing, the Urgot, which I know he's not the star of this game, has not yet upgraded his Mirror Mana yet. He's nearly there. But as I said, it's taking a while for him to do it. I think he could get away with it this game because he was against a Kennen. Kennen isn't the most aggro top laner when he's against another ranged champion. Obviously, Kennen's strength is poking melee champion, which obviously Urgot is not. So I don't know if this Urgot would be able to do a Mirror Mana build if he was against something more aggro that he like actively could kill him. But this game definitely has been able to get away with it. So Baron being taken. Wouldn't expect Rengar to overstay completely here. Maybe kill this Grump, maybe kill the Wolves and go back, because Dragon is nearly up again. And, you know, the Rengar was top lane last time, so this is why, you know, Wolves are available. Rengar's basing. Why? Because he needs to get back, he needs to buy, and he needs to get over to the Dragon. So build-wise, has not gone for that, you know, other Yumu lethality item. Did end up going for the Lord Dominic's Regard. Complete armor pen. Just absolute armor pen this Rengar wants. You know, doesn't want, you know, the Sejuani that's an absolute armor monster. Rengar just wants to cut through that like it doesn't exist. With also then, by the way, Lucidity Boots. Ash Arrow, questionable. Thresh out of position, is maybe in trouble. Oh, the enemy team needs to be careful here. Rengar looking aggressive, very aggressive actually, by himself, chunks the Kennen to half health. Enemy team is having just to run away. With then an Urgot ultimate that gets, I don't actually know who it hit. It hit somebody. Thresh going down, Kennen flashing in, Janna ultimate again, countering the Kennen, not letting him get all that damage in. Kennen now really low health, Rengar getting the Yone. Double kill for the Akali, and that's that. Don't know where the Ashe was. I think she might have come a bit later. Yeah, she was like... I think the Ashe was near the dragon, but then did realize maybe I should be in the fight. So she did run over. Rengar returning to the dragon. Again, he's okay at taking towers, but with all that are dead here, he knows they can take and break open the base. He can take the dragon at the same time, so it's basically benefiting the most. If Rengar was there, there's an argument maybe they could kill this tower and get the inhibitor. I doubt they're going to get this inhibitor now, but to be honest, it's probably okay. Getting the dragons, obviously, in Season 10, very important. Do not underestimate the dragons like many junglers do, and that's one thing you'll notice in all of these Challenger Spectates. They don't underestimate dragons. The moment that a dragon spawns, generally, there's someone looking to take that dragon, or there's about to be a fight, or a fight breaks out because of that dragon. Thresh mispositioning with the Edge and Light blocks a little bit of the damage. Yone damage, though, not bad. Rengar using his W to survive. And, oh, he misses. Yone misses the flash. Jhin looking aggressive. Rengar ulting, very low health. Doesn't die, though. And we'll just wait. So, again, that's also what you're looking at this Rengar is really good patience. That he's not over-committing, like, oh, I jump in all the time and go for every single kill. No, surviving is also important, and that's something that Rengar can do effectively with his stealth. And that, to me, is scary. He has got one-shot potential, he has stealth, he has even CC, and yeah, he's just all-round, in the hands of a good player, a very scary champion. And worth knowing, this episode, we obviously went with jungle Rengar. I will actually say, top lane Rengar is scary too. Again, very specifically, if the player knows what they're doing, it's very scary. And I'm not sure if we'll do a Rengar top lane episode in this little mini-series of Challenge Spectate. We might, but we've already covered Rengar now, so I don't know. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Reminding everybody, again, thanks very much for supporting what I've been doing recently. I know a lot of people may have been missing the main account or even the Iron the Master series. I'll be honest, again, I've been struggling a little bit recently. You know, League is an up-and-down game. I still enjoy playing the game, but sometimes you're just maybe just not in the mood to play it, and I still like the game, but I've just been feeling maybe it's burnt out is maybe the way I should say it. So as I mentioned, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I'm still thinking about it, but I might do a week of just one video a day, maybe soon. And obviously, I don't know if that's going to hurt my YouTube channel, you know, in the long term. I've got no idea. It's a bit scary, if I'm honest, but yeah, hopefully you guys don't mind. If you did enjoy this video, though, please do leave a like on the video, throw a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.